You already know though. So go slow. Back my logo for show. Go. Get down on the. Yo, listen. Just like I told Coco, my vision is vision. You already know though. So go slow. Back my logo for show. Go. Now get down on it.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The second meeting of the year on tap here between these two fierce AFC rivals. These teams know each other very well, and that only serves to stoke the flames of what is always a heated battle. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. They go play action here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Kaiser now, screen play, Johnson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Third and long for Kaiser. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. Nice move at the 40. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there Some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. That's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Let's go!
They go play action. Kaiser. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 10. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Play fake here on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. in not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They're going to look to throw. Open space inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Kaiser on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff. Johnson. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Play fake. Kaiser rolling to his right. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six 6 for a Bengals TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Let's go! Ohio!
Kaiser now on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys are picking it off. They're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. A gain of 3, second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On play action, Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Kaiser. And some room to work. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Third down and 1. Now they try the right side here. Dances by him, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it'll be first down here after the run. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So here we go, first and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A little dump off for Corral. And he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 3.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Second down, Kaiser. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To throw is Kaiser. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Kaiser now. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on the... So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on, let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down following the run. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play clock winding down. On the give, this is their fullback. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go to Johnson again. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. 2
yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The give to the fullback on the dive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, near the 48-yard line.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. 4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL